Are you spending a lot of time creating content that's not generating leads? Listen up. If your content is popular but not profitable, lean in. In this episode of Brand for Good, I reveal why the old personal branding model no longer works in 2025 and how to shift from being liked to being trusted. Because popularity isn't profitable and visibility without authority, it's just noise.
Welcome to Brand for Good, the show for purpose-driven leaders who want to build timeless brands and create sustainable impact. I'm Lorraine Sugart, former PR and marketing executive turned founder of the disruptive agency Prosper for Purpose. I've worked with some of the world's most beloved brands, and I'm here to help you elevate your brand identity, visibility, influence, and impact. Are you ready to brand for good? Let's go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Brand for Good. And if you're new here, I'm Lorraine Sugart, your host. Today, we're talking about personal branding and how it can elevate your business by generating leads. So let's start by looking at the past. From 2019 to 2021, lifestyle branding was the playbook for building awareness of your business through your personal brand. You remember those days. Post your coffee, your dog, your morning routine, your desk aesthetic. You were told if you share your story, your struggles, your day to day, people will relate. And when they relate, they will buy. And for a brief moment, that actually worked. Why? Because we were still in the early stages of content saturation. Vulnerability was refreshing. It felt real. And most people weren't yet wise to the fact that authenticity had become a strategy. But in 2025, that model is just not outdated, it's ineffective. We are in a trust recession. And I've talked about this on previous episodes. According to Edelman's 2024 Trust Barometer, trust in business leaders dropped from 54% to 42% in just 3 years. This is a reflection of the fact that people are skeptical. They've been burned by shady programs that promised the moon and delivered the ground, influencer schemes, and fake six-figure coaches. And don't even get me started on the fake seven-figure coaches. But now the culture has shifted. People don't want to see your lunch. They want to know if you can solve their problem. So if 80% of your content is personal and only 20% shows your expertise or your offer, you're building an audience that may like you, but they don't trust you to help them. Let's talk for a minute about the vanity trap. It's what happens when you confuse visibility for progress. Here's how it starts. You post something personal. It resonates. You get likes, comments, DMs. You feel seen, validated, encouraged. So you keep going. More stories, more behind the scenes, more of your personality, and the algorithm loves it. But behind the scenes, you're not converting. Your offers are crickets. Your sales calls feel shaky. Your marketing simply isn't moving the needle. And this is where so many people that I have worked with get stuck. You may be thinking, but people like me. They say I'm inspiring. They engage with my stuff every day. Yes, but inspiration doesn't equal income. Your audience might see you, but that doesn't mean they see you as the solution. I know creators with 100,000 followers who struggle to sell a $97 workshop. And I know experts with 1,000 followers who have full client rosters, speaking engagements, and inbound press. What's the difference between the two examples? Not visibility, not even likability. It's authority in their market. Being visible is not that difficult. Being trusted, that requires strategy. So let's go deeper here. Visibility equals your reach. It gets you noticed. Authority equals relevance plus trust. And that's what gets you results. If your marketing is built on presence, not positioning, it will never convert consistently. Authority requires a few things. One, a clear point of view. Two, a defined offer of how you help someone. Three, repetition of your message. And four, proof of results. So ask yourself, are you showing up to impress or to inform? Are you trying to connect or trying to convert? Are you building a personal brand or a positioned personal brand? Remember, people don't hire you just because they know you. They hire you because they trust that you can help them. And one more thing, your content needs to tell people how they can work with you. I watch people post for weeks without making an offer. Well, people want to know how you can help them, what your offer is, who it's for, what result it delivers. Because if you're not talking about your offers, you're not giving your audience a next step. You're giving them a dead end. So let's revisit something we often forget. Content is communication, and communication has to have intention. A lot of people treat content as an expression, a form of emotional release. And that's fine if your goal is community or connection. But if you're building a business, your content has a job to do. It has to communicate what you know, who you help, how you help, why it matters, and how people can take that next step with you. Because your audience in 2025 is not just consuming, they're vetting. They're asking, can this person help me? Do they understand my problem? And do I trust them to guide me? If your content isn't answering these questions, you're not being seen as a solution. You're being seen as just another voice in their feed. Maybe a voice they enjoy, but not one they're seeing as a leader. So let me tell you now what is working for personal brands that sell in 2025. Number one is lead with your lens. Okay. And I would recommend you take some notes here. Don't just post what happened, post how you see what happened. Your perspective is your power. Number two, turn your expertise into assets. Okay, so this means frameworks, client stories, insights, and repeatable systems. Give people a taste of your thinking, not just your personality. Number three is focus on clarity over creativity. Be clear about what you offer, who it's for, and what result it delivers. And number four is elevate your platform. So if the majority of your content is on, let's say, Instagram stories, you're building transients. Start podcasting, get featured in the media, pitch yourself, and build evergreen content. What does this look like in practice? This is what I get asked often, and I get it. Let's give you three examples. So, a founder who stops posting daily behind the scenes and instead launches a monthly industry insights newsletter, something that's valuable, that builds trust, that people will sign up for. Number two, an example is a coach who shifts from reels to keynote talks and then excerpts parts of that keynote and shares them online. And my third example is a consultant who replaces selfies or casual photos with strategy posts on LinkedIn. Now, you can do both. You can have those casual photos, they're great. Professional photos work well too. But the big thing here is not to just share, this is what happened to me today, or this is what I was thinking about, but someone who's really sharing something that's beyond the general information of their life and what you can find by just doing a Google search. You're showing your expertise, you're building your authority. And none of what I'm telling you means that you should stop being human. I'm telling you to become a leader people trust. So here's the wake up call. If you're doing everything right, but still not seeing growth, check your brand alignment. Okay, so brand alignment is something that I've been talking a lot about, both on this podcast and on my LinkedIn posts. So if you're not following me on LinkedIn, follow me. I do content there probably 4 days a week. Alignment is really important, and I'm not sure why no one else is talking about this. Your brand alignment has to be clear and strategic. You have to ask, are you communicating authority or just personality? You can absolutely have both, but one must lead. And if you want to be profitable, it has to be your positioning. You don't need to scrap your brand. You don't need to disappear and rebrand. You need to realign. So, what does that actually mean? It means that all the messaging, all the content that you're doing should be aligning with the brand foundations that you created. And if you didn't create the proper brand foundations, I am going to be doing a webinar at the end of May, very beginning of June, and you can sign up to get notified as to when this is going to happen. It will be insights into how to align your brand and build authority in your space. Because if your brand is built to position you one way, but how you're showing up is different, that's a misalignment and it's confusing to people. If what someone sees in your social content is very different from how your brand is positioned when they go to your website, that's a misalignment. You need to ensure that you have built the proper foundations to build your authority on and that your content is reflective of that. That's what I mean when I talk about brand alignment. So I'm going to be talking soon about 3 core shifts to build brand authority and how to restructure your content so that your brand brings you in the people that you want to serve. You were put here for a reason. You have a big purpose. You have an impact that you want to make. But you have to let people know those things, why you're here, who you help, the impact that you're moving for, and how they can benefit by working with you. And I also want to help you to become known for your thinking, not just your presence. Likable is great, but lucrative is even better. So sign up to be on the list when I announce that free webinar so that you can come to the training and learn more about brand alignment. For now, let me leave you with this. Your brand should do more than make people smile. It should make them think. And it should lead the right people, the people that you can really help, to saying yes to work with you. And if that's not happening for you yet, it's not too late to shift. It's not too late to align your brand. Click the link in the show notes and sign up to be added to the Brand for Good list at Prosper for Purpose, and I will let you know when the free webinar is available to register for. In the meantime, thanks for listening to Brand for Good. If this episode challenged you, that's good. That means that you're thinking and you're moving in the right direction. I would ask that you go share this episode with someone stuck in the same visibility trap. And I'll see you here next week, and I look forward to welcoming you in to the webinar. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Brand for Good show. If you like what you heard, please hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode, and leave a review so other purpose-driven leaders can find this valuable content. To learn more about building a brand for good, please visit prosperforpurpose.com for more resources and information on all the ways you can work with us.